He calls himself a democratic socialist. Is that a label that you would be happy with?
I don't really have a problem with the title. Democrat, socialist, variants of the same thing.
That's you?
People who believe that there is a more active role for the state. Yes, I do.
That's you?
I believe there's a more active role for the state, absolutely.
You happy to call yourself a socialist?
But now he didn't say that, because now what Guyan's just done, whether it's on purpose or not, is he's just given fodder to the right to go, Chris Hipkins calls himself a socialist, because it's not what he said. And there is a big difference between democratic socialist, like everyone in Iceland, and socialist, like lots of people in Venezuela. You know, even that, maybe not quite so much.
I believe there's a more active role for the state, absolutely.
You happy to call yourself a socialist?
Other people get hung up on the title, but do I believe there's a more active role for the state, which, you know, is a fundamental underpinning of socialism, social democracy? Yes, I do.
So that's not a label that you're frightened of?
Not particularly, no.
So he says the same thing 4 times. That's you. So you're okay with it? Not afraid of it? So that's you. It's almost like he thinks he's got a bit of a gotcha when I don't think anyone else thinks he does. And you saw what I pointed out about how he flipped so quickly, and he made that switch so very quickly to democratic socialist to social. I'll give you another example, and I'm sorry to do this to you, Whānau, but there was a conversation this morning on the platform with Bob McCoskrie, and this example I want to give you is when someone, and I'm going to say my honest held belief is purposefully, misexplains something. It's basically a defund the police model when they misexplain that. Have a listen to what Bob McCoskrie says about what Zoran Mandani wants to do in New York with the police.
We've just got to keep pushing on this issue and stop going soft and being apologists for criminals. But the left have always been apologists for criminals. I don't know if you saw that in New York, the new bastion of leftism with their new mayor, that, you know, they're replacing police with social workers now. So that's going to go well, isn't it? Let's watch that space.
Come with me. I've got some counselling to give you, young man.
So the narrative that's been sold is the police are going away and the council workers are coming in, which, of course, from Fox News of all places, when developing the Department of Community Safety proposal, which aims to replace police officers with mental health professionals to deal with non-life-threatening emergencies with a focus on subway stations, Bisgard Church reportedly spoke to mental health experts, public safety officers from other cities, and former New York City Police Department Chief of Department Rodney Harrison. The new department will cost approximately $1.1 billion, according to a campaign proposal on Mamdani's website. So do you see the slight difference there? There's just a slight difference there, Chewie, between gonna replace all the police with social workers and replacing police officers with mental health professionals. Right, so that's one category. To deal with non-life-threatening emergencies, that becomes more narrow, with a focus on subway stations. That becomes more narrow still. So specialists in an area where they are going to be of better use than someone with a gun, right? Someone, with a degree in counselling is going to be more effective in that moment, that non-life-threatening moment, than someone who's had 6 weeks, 12 weeks training in police academy with a gun. But what the right do is they go, sure, you know, all the police are going to be gone, and all of this is going to be that. So yeah, it's pretty shocking. I'm going to share one more thing with you. It's not quite on the same page, but I'll throw it to you, Joe, if you've got anything you want to add to that.
Yeah. Look, I think Bob McCroskey there is verbalizing this for a very specific reason, because there have been conversations about whether New Zealand police need more support from social workers for the types of call-outs that they get. And look, Bob's not involved in this. He's not a cop. So I don't think he realizes that cops would most likely welcome that option.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of cops that know that they're not the right person for someone having a mental health crisis, and that turning up with pepper sprays, batons, and dogs and handcuffs is probably not going to resolve this in a good way.
Yeah.
Cops on the front line, God, some of them, maybe even most of them, know that that's a good thing. And it'll be the same in New York. But yeah, you're exactly right. He is just grinding out the same right-wing talking points of like, oh, they're getting rid of cops and they're going to replace them with drag queens or something. I don't fucking know, but the world's scary.